Hi, my name's Timothy Earle. I'm a family coach with Earle Consulting, and today I'm also speaking on behalf of Jackrabbit Journey, Parenting from Within. Something that seems so basic and that most of us don't really speak about is what I would call foundational to our existence, to our ability to function, to really be able to do anything in life. We have to respect what I call the foundation. It's got three parts, and as I get into it, you're going to go, oh yeah, that's really basic. What are these three parts? They are sleep, food, and exercise. So whether you like it or not, we are all in a body, okay? It is a system, an organic system, and it has to be respected. If we cheat on any one of these three things, we're going to find it difficult to perform at our best and to be able to think clearly, let alone function. And when I say sleep, for preteens or teens, studies, there's different research out there, it shows that most of them need 10 hours of sleep, and I'm going below what some of the studies say, which is 12. And if you look at your children, I would bet that a lot of them are not getting 10 hours of sleep. And then when they come to the weekend, they're trying to sleep in, and some of you maybe are waking them up as opposed to just letting them wake up at noon or 1 o'clock. And contrary to what you may think, I would strongly suggest let them catch up, let them store their batteries, let them sleep in. Now, if they're staying up till 3 in the morning because they're on the computer playing World of Warcraft, this is a different problem that needs to be addressed, right? So that they're getting to bed and sleeping well. Other studies showing that our most restful sleep is between 9 and 12 p.m. May not be realistic for your child with their homework load and all of the different things they've got going on, but if you can get them to bed at 10 o'clock during the school nights, great thing. It's going to be better for their sleep. The other examples of sleep, and I could go on, are that it's important to be in some kind of a pattern or some kind of a rhythm. If we're just kind of staying up till 2 in the morning, sleeping at 10 another night and everything else, the body, this cellular structure, is not getting into a rhythm, and it often will have trouble falling asleep. Other things that can affect it are sitting in front of a computer screen, just a television screen. It's stimulating, and the body, though it's passive, takes about an hour to slow down before you can actually enter deep sleep. So cut your children or have them agree to not be using electronic devices and things like that an hour before they go to bed. Eating, I'm not asking you to bring a lot of control to this. You don't want to create issues, and at the same time you want to make sure your children are eating. You want to make sure that they're not eating a lot of sugar. They're ideally staying away from sodas and from concentrate juices and things like this, a lot of processed foods. The more that the foods are fresh and that the foods are made at home, the better. Processed foods can also include like bleached things like pasta and sometimes white bread. A lot of sugar there, not so helpful for children who are ADD, ADHD, or anybody really. So if you can help your children by modeling it and getting your whole family to shift towards healthy eating styles, lots of great books out there, lots of good information. Exercise is the other big deal, and that really requires a lot of time, unfortunately, but it doesn't have to be all time consuming. If you were to do a workout every day and to alternate with cardiovascular for 20 minutes and maybe 30 minutes of strength building, whether it's yoga or weights or whatever it is that you enjoy, and that's the key part. It really ought to be something that you like to do. If you like to swim, make it swimming. Then you've got cardiovascular and strength built in, so you could do that 3 times a week as opposed to every day. But if you're not exercising the body as a parent or as a child, if you're not eating well as a parent or a child, you're not sleeping enough as a parent or a child, most adults can get by with 8 hours of sleep. You're probably doing it on 6.5 sometimes. But if you're both getting those things and you're laying a foundation for an ability to relate with one another, if your children are tired, and you see this in young children, but also in adolescents, even in adults, typically they're going to be cranky. You're going to have a hard time actually not having a volatile conversation. If people are hungry, I don't know about you, if my blood sugar goes down, I become a monster. You know, it's like you don't want to be around me. So I know that I have to have apples with me at all times, cashew nuts, dates. These are my favorite things. I just snack in between meals. My metabolism is really high. Yours might not be. Okay, so listen to your body. But if your blood sugar is going down, you're getting super hungry, and you're becoming irritable, that's for you to manage. And again, by doing all these things, you're modeling it to your children, and they'll come right along. If you start when they're babies, it's usually a lot less trouble. And again, I'm not saying that they can't have a little candy or a little ice cream or something every once in a while, but if you're in the habit of having this stuff every single day, the sugars are spiking their mood, and then they're crashing. And it's not productive for schoolwork. It's not productive for doing anything, really. It tends to often show up as laziness and fatigue. So I hope these things were helpful. Again, sleep, exercise, food, foundations for well-being, and really part of anybody's healthy wellness plan. If you'd like more information about how to do this, you can contact me at Earle Consulting. It's earle-consulting.com, or you can contact for parent support and parent workshops where we really get into this wellness plan and help you develop one for you and your family through jackrabbitjourney.com. Again, that's for parent support and parent workshops. So might seem basic, might be really easy if you're on top of this, good for you. And if you're not, bring fun to it. Really try to figure out how to include everybody in the family and make this shift off of processed sugary foods and lack of sleep and lack of exercise to really doing this for yourselves and your family. You'll see a huge difference over time. Thank you. You have a good day.